It's not the sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. And when you're in my arms, I feel you so close to me. Your sweet lips are closer to me. I need no nights to enchant me if you would just grant me the right to hold you ever so tight and to feel you night. It's just the nearness of you. And when you're in my arms,
Hey everybody, how you doing? All right.
so close to me.
From the commercial fishing port capital of America, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Paul Santos live show. Yeah. Tonight's guests are amazing singer and guitarist Jeremiah Cromwell. Hilarious comedian J.J. Jones. To discuss upcoming comedy shows in New Bedford, comedian and producer Alex Mann. Plus, Ronnie, Artie, and Melissa, the PSL band. Let's hear it for them. And me, I'm the comedy director, Joanna Raposa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the host of our show, Paul Santos.
All right. Welcome to our big time television show. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, wow. I feel the heat. Well, welcome to the Paul Santos live show, the place where we highlight the talented, the interesting, the entertaining from our area. Hey, PSL band, what's going on over there? You guys are sounding fantastic tonight. Hey, Ronnie, you awake over there?
No, I'm trying to find my drum sounds to back you up.
Oh, well, I definitely need that. That's for sure. Well, anyway, welcome to the show. As Joanna said, we have a terrific lineup of guests here tonight, a comedian, a singer, and a person of interest, and, of course, our live studio audience. We thank them for coming out tonight. If you're watching on ABC 6 in Providence, we hope you're having a fantastic weekend. If you're watching on Channel 95, good evening. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, type something in, say hello. Let us know you are watching tonight. All right, there it is. Okay, now we can go. Well, before we get to our fantastic guests, let's get caught up on some news items if we could. Well, I'd like to say thanks to South Coast Health because the Buttonwood Park Zoo is now getting animal anesthesia improvements. Let's hear it from Buttonwood Park. That's right, animal anesthesia improvements. I'll tell you, anesthesia is so good, Even the baboon slept through his colonoscopy. Then he woke up and asked for a cigarette. Then he said, hey, can we do this next week? Ooh, 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 ooh. Can you tie me up next time? Ooh, 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 ooh. The anesthesia is so good, Artie, even the rabbits stopped doing what they were doing. Following along here? Following along?
I think you need a colonoscopy.
Trying to keep it clean. Well, speaking of that, you guys would be interested in this. The corporate world, it can be tough, that corporate world. Dick's Sporting Goods is buying out Foot Locker. Can you imagine that? Dick's Sporting Goods is buying out Foot Locker. Well, it makes sense, Dick's Sporting Goods always had a Foot Locker fetish. They tried to take over last year, but there was some pushback. That corporate world, I'll tell you, it's tough, that corporate world. It's tough, that corporate world, Artie, it was a hostile takeover. A hostile takeover. Once Dick's went into Foot Locker, everyone began walking sideways.
I did not know that.
It was a hard sell, I'll tell you. All right, let's go down to New Jersey.
Huh?
You where? Let's go down to New Jersey and see if we can find some interesting items. In the great state of New Jersey, the commuter train engineers went on strike, which caused these awful train delays. Imagine that. Well, thank God here we didn't have any strike. We still have the delays, but we have no strike.
The heck is that?
Choo-choo, choo-choo. Choo-choo. Hey, do we have any Tom Cruise fans here tonight? Tom Cruise fans? Well, Tom Cruise has a new movie coming out. It's called Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It really should be called Mission Impossible: The Final Wedgie. Tom Cruise, he likes to wear those tight pants around the buns there. Melissa notices that all the time, Tom Cruise with those tight pants,
Oh,
Hey, look, I know Tom Cruise is getting older, but he's still doing his old stunts. But that doesn't impress me. Crazy Casey still does his own stunts. Let's have a nice hand for Crazy Casey. That's the crazy old guy. There's a slight difference. There's a slight difference in the stunts, though. Like when Tom Cruise does his stunts, it's like dropping off of a building. Crazy Casey is dropping his drawers. Crazy Casey, he likes mooning, It's just one of those crazy things, Hey, Artie, how about if we go to science? When the monologue gets a little lowbrow, we bring it up a couple notches, go to science. Want to do some science? A little bit more intellectual. Yeah, a little more intellectual, all right. Science. Well, scientists discovered the remains of a three-eyed sea moth. That's right, scientists thought they were extinct, but no, the three-eyed sea moth is still here. Well, ask Artie, that was his ex-wife. Yeah, the third eye was to watch. Hey! Hey, in all fairness to Artie, right? He met the three-eyed moth at 3 in the morning. So he kind of... Slim Pickens, Slim Pickens? Oh, yeah. The one-eyed what?
One-eyed bandit.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry to tell you this because we're moving along quickly today. We have a very busy show, so I know people are just really, really enjoying these opening remarks. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I have to deliver to you my final joke of the night.
The final joke!
I know. We reached the climax quickly. I know. Hey, you heard about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island? Imagine that, the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. There's a new show. Well, the Real Housewives of Rhode Island might be filming a little bit in the great city of Fall River. Imagine that. Yeah, one of the stars in the Real Housewives of Rhode Island has a business in Fall River. Hey, I'll tell you, the main character has her hands full. She gets into a fight with 3 different crazy Fall River women in the first episode. The first one is Lizzie Borden III. Still got the axe from 1892. And then she ran into another one of Artie's exes, Battleship Cove Bertha. Oh, terrible. Oh. Tough customer. And last but not least, she gets into a heated argument with the Braga Biatch. All right, well, is everybody still feeling good?
Yeah.
Hey, we tried to lose him, but I guess we still got him. We tried to lose him, but we still got him. Anyway, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors. How about this place right here that actually lets us do our show here? Mikey B's. Let's hear it for Mikey B's. Thanks to attorney John B. Seed, Servpro of Dartmouth, New Bedford, Dying for Laughs, Remax Vantage Real Estate, Merrill's on the Waterfront, one of our newer sponsors, Mario from Mario Service Center, Rockdale Service Center.
$75 for that
And
one.
last but not least, he stepped out, but he's coming back in a few minutes from Bristol County Media, Aaron Cadieux. All right, let's hear it for Aaron Cadieux. Aaron Cadieux doesn't get to come up and take the cheap shot that he usually takes right at this time of the show. So anyway, all right, we have a great show tonight. We have J.J. Jones, Alex Mann, and Jeremiah Cromwell. You're watching the Paul Santos Live Show. We'll be right back right after this. But first, say hello to the PSL Band. There they are.
U.S. Mint, that's how I have to see. Dollar green. I have to see, dollar green. Well, I'm looking for me. Won't you tell them that I need him so far right away? Hey, Mr. Green. Dollar green, yeah. Hey, dollar green, green. You know what I mean? You see, I want you tell them that I need so far right away. If you see Dollar Green, you tell him that I need his ass. I need his butt down here now. Yeah, Mr. Dollar Green. Woo, yeah.
Ronnie, Melissa, and Artie, the PSL Band.
Thank you.
Wow. Holy smokes.
If I see Dollar Green, everybody's going to get the money. I'm going to pass it all around, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, what happened to you the last couple of weeks? You got rejuvenated.
I got rejuvenated in North Carolina, man. I didn't even want to come back here, but
Yeah, I went
you know,
down
what
to
can I
North
say? It
Carolina.
was fun. It was fun, man.
Yeah,
You
what
know?
happened down in North Carolina? Anything
Oh,
good?
we had a blast. We're down Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
We played on Myrtle Beach and Sunset Beach.
Yeah.
And they wanted us to come back this week and play some more. And I said, gee, I got to come back there. I ain't even going there.
Well, I'm really glad you came back. Thank you
All
very much
right,
for
no
coming
problem.
back.
Good to be back.
All right. Well, we're going to start with comedy tonight, and this gentleman right here is absolutely hilarious. And Joanna Raposa, of course, is our comedy director, and she gets all of our great comedians. Would you please welcome the hilarious Mr. J.J. Jones?
What's up? It's about that time of year. Checking in on the New Year's resolutions. I don't think we should have New Year's resolutions in New England. It's way too cold. I mean, think about it. Like, if you want to have a New Year's resolution, move to Florida, move to Arizona, where it's like 71 degrees and sunny on New Year's Day. I bet I could accomplish anything, too. Because there's nobody in the 6 states of New England chipping an inch of ice off their car on New Year's Day going, gonna quit drinking this time! Just like, not what we do. Not what we do. We had a cold winter this year here in New England. A lot of people at work, you probably heard them, they were saying things like, that's it, I'm moving to Florida. I've had enough of it, I'm moving to Florida. You know what you never hear? A hurricane takes out someone's house for the 4th time in Florida. They're on the news in front of their house that's nothing but rubble. They never say, you know, I think I'm going to move to New England now. I wish they would ask. I wish they would say, hey, you rebuilt your house 5 times on the beach in Florida. Have you ever thought about moving up to Massachusetts? And they're like, absolutely not. I'll rebuild for a 6th time. Just don't want to do it anymore.
Too much.
I work with a lot of young people. I work with young people at my day job.
Nice.
I love working with young people because they keep me young. Like, by hanging out with them during the week, I feel like it keeps me cool and young on the weekends. I asked the young people at work, what are you doing this weekend on a Friday? And they said, we're taking our girlfriends out, We're going to smoke weed and do yoga.
Ooh.
I'm 43 years old. I had no idea you could legally do that in the same location. But I wanted to prove to them that I can hang. So on Monday, they came up to me to make fun of me. And they said, hey, JJ, what'd you do this weekend? And I said, my wife and I did cocaine and a spin class.
Say what?
My wife's been losing a lot of weight lately, and I've been trying to be her biggest cheerleader. She looks fantastic. She got out of the shower the other day, and I said, honey, you look amazing with no clothes on. And she said, a lot of people have been saying that.
Ooh. Ooh. Wow.
I travel for this a lot. I love it. I travel doing stand-up all over the country. I was out in Colorado recently doing some shows, and I got booked to do comedy in Aspen, Colorado. If you're not familiar with Aspen, it's like a New Bedford of Colorado. Here's the thing, though it's so far away from Denver, you actually have to fly to get there. But the plane is so small, they ask your weight when you get on the plane so they can balance it. So I'm in the TSA line, and the woman in front of me is clearly 500 pounds. The TSA said, ma'am, how much do you weigh? And she said, 185. I'm the next one up. I started to panic. Like, I got to do something here. So I step up, and they're like, sir, how much do you weigh? And I was like, 615 pounds. The guy was like, sir, you don't weigh 615 pounds. I'm like, I know I don't, but here's the crazy thought going through my head right now. Like, I'm not crashing into the Rocky Mountains because this woman hasn't been on a scale in 2 decades. I felt like such a hero when I boarded that plane. Like, I came down the center aisle like I was the guy that shot bin Laden. I was just like, you're welcome, saved your life. I love being married. A lot of stuff changes when you go from being a bachelor to being married. Pizza boxes have to be thrown away same day when you get married. That's a same day thing. Dishes in the dishwasher, that's another same day thing. My wife got upset at me for peeing in the shower. My whole life I thought everybody peed in the shower. I wasn't showering at the time.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, woo.
My wife
Smell.
was. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. Thanks, guys. You've been awesome. Appreciate it.
All right, J.J. Jones. Thank you very much for getting onto that. Hey, thank you very much for being with us here. This is a very funny set that you had there. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you.
All
Loved
right.
it.
So where'd you come down from?
Rentham.
Rentham, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right, for Rentham. You know, I hate to tell you this, but I think I've been to Rentham a couple times.
The outlets. Yeah.
I think I got dragged there a couple times, you know?
Yeah, Black Friday. I have a bomb shelter in my yard. We go in there. All the roads closed. It's pretty crazy. And, you know, I've never been to them. I've just heard. I don't go down there.
Come on, man. You from there? You've never been there?
No. It's like the other side of the tracks, you know, because you're going over there and there's all these people from out of town shopping. If I bring my wife over there, won't be able to pay my mortgage. So I just kind of try to stay away from there.
So now you have a job during the day, do you not?
I do have a job during the day.
Yeah. What is that?
We make stainless steel needles.
Yeah. Wow.
And we, fun fact about our company, we employ a lot of elderly employees.
Oh.
We have 10 people over 85 that work part-time. We've had 3 people turn 100 while they were working at our company.
Wow.
Crazy stat. One guy was the 3rd oldest person in America, right? He lived till 109, and there is a ranking for that, right? Like, isn't that crazy? It's like a college football ranking in the nursing homes. Like, right? It comes out like every Monday. That's so weird. Like, think about it. Like, the nursing home, they're like, Bill, you're number 3. But Eileen in Georgia ate it last night, so you're up to number 2. All you got to do is breathe longer than Shirley in Nebraska, and you could be number 1.
So now, when did you get into the comedy, right? That didn't come until later on in life, right?
Yeah, it was 33.
33.
33, yeah.
Yeah, so here you are, 33 years old, never did comedy before, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, you just decided to, like, start doing it, right?
Yeah, and I love it. Fell in love the first time I did it, and no one's been able to force me to stop since.
You really love it.
Yeah, love it.
You travel a little bit?
All over.
Yeah, like where?
Canada, Florida,
Ooh.
California, Colorado, Philly last week.
Yes, you go all over the country doing your comedy.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. That's nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. But I also hit the big hot spots, you know, Fall River, Pawtucket, Woonsocket, Coventry. You know, I've done all the big time places.
So what's the difference between those places and some of the other places?
My car is in the parking lot. In some places, those places, that's not always the case when I go to leave.
Now, tell me about your background. You have any, like, kids or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm a stepdad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wasn't like at the draft. Someone else took care of that, and they got fired, and then I got hired. So, yeah, it's a great gig. It's a great gig.
How old are the kids?
20 and 12.
Wow, so that's a pretty big space between 20 and 12, huh?
Yeah, it's great because every crappy part, I have a kid at all times. So now I have a college kid and a middle school kid, which sucks. You know, and I had a high school kid and an elementary school kid at the same time. Also not great. And, you know, eventually I'll have a high school kid and a young adult who won't move out of the house. So I'm going to have them all covered.
So what do you try to do, you know, to be encouraging to kids of all these different ages? Not easy, huh?
No, I encourage them to get a job, make some money, don't spend it on themselves, help us with the home improvements. Yeah, I'm very encouraging stepfather.
So what do you got coming up in the future here? You got some shows coming up?
Yeah, I'm in Mashpee this weekend.
Mashpee.
I'll be at Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston over the summer.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Awesome. Play
All
down
over.
Cape Cod, huh?
Yeah, love it.
That's like
in
a
the
high
summer.
Isn't that a high-class area down there? Cape
In
Cod?
the summer.
Oh,
Yeah, the winter's a different story. It's more of the Woonsocket vibe sometimes down there. But, yeah.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun. The summer is just beginning, and I'm sure you're all lined up to have a great time. Hey,
Sounds
thanks
good.
a lot for joining us on
Thank
the show.
you.
Really
Appreciate it.
J.J. Jones. Back with more of the Paul Santos Live Show right after this from the PSL Band. We'll be right back. Go to it, Ronnie.
Chain of food.
For 5 long years, I thought you were my
PSL band. Those guys are hot tonight. Artie DeMello on saxophone, Ronnie C on the keys, and Melissa on vocals. Man, wow.
Wow.
Wow, you guys better go on vacation more often. You guys come back fresh and ready to kick some ass.
I'm ready to fall asleep.
All right, we'd like to say hello to some of our
man.
viewers tonight that are watching online. Michael Concesio, the con man, looking in. Our good friend Mike Balea, who usually looks in Florida, but he is not in Florida right now. He is watching somewhere else. He's watching from, let's see, he's watching from Tennessee, out there in the Smoky Mountains. Thank you very much, Mike Balea. Andrea Ryan watching from London, England, one of our favorite fans. And Bob Giannini, a great comic who has a show down the Cape. He's going to be on this show in a few weeks. Bob Giannini, thank you very much for looking in tonight. Laura Sims, also another comic that's been on the show. Thank you very much for looking in. All right, we now have music on the Paul Santos Live Show. We had a little comedy. We had a couple laughs. We had an interesting person. Now it's time for music. They're just plugging in some wires. We have our producer-director, and he's like fumbling around. And, you know, we're getting some feedback just for fun, you know, just to test out the eardrums. Is my microphone even on anymore? I don't hear anything. Oh, there I am. All right, here we go. You know, after the show is done, I actually do some editing. I go back to my house and I edit out all the mistakes. I'm usually done by about 3 a.m., something like that. I get all the mistakes out. All right, are you ready to go, sir?
I think so.
All right, put the microphone where you're comfortable, and move it. You can move
Yeah,
that. You can
yeah.
move. You can move that whole thing over. So you want to be
That's
right.
pretty cool, right?
You want to be right in the middle of the camera. You want to make sure you get your good side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a real terrific artist doing his original music. Would you please welcome Jeremiah Cromwell?
Yeah. Dang, Dad.
She called my phone, called me for batter all up, now chilling, back so way right up to the concert, bartending on, and the music came louder. Ring faster, flowers in this place. I lost the happenings are happening, yeah. But I got caught up in all that. And finally gotta slow down and talk to me now. Going with my body up, can't know inside it up. Really bright. Oh. Turn it up, gotta turn out my girl. Yeah, yeah, gotta turn a mic in the track. Yeah, what's up, guys?
All right, here we go. All right, great job there, Jeremy. Thank you very much. I know we're trying to balance the sound and everything else, but great job over here. Hey, step right up a little bit closer to the camera here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. You're from the great city of Providence, Rhode Island.
Coming out of Rhode Island, I love it. I love everybody. Shout out Christina for booking me this. Yeah, right over there. Yeah.
So when did this whole love of music happen? This didn't happen when you were a kid. This happened just recently, right?
Yeah, it happened around 2020. I was making beats on my phone, and then I just really loved this artist, Fantasy Camp. Really big inspiration of mine. And then my friend Eric basically taught me how to play guitar. I got a guitar.
and taught me the fundamentals, and I made it my own thing, and just kind of like fell in love with the blues and made my own stuff, kind of far from that like fantasy camp emo stuff, you know. So I'm doing my own thing right now, basically.
Nice, nice. Now that first song, all right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Doing his own thing. So that first song that we heard, what inspired you to write that one? What was that song about?
Yeah, so I produced that one myself. It's basically just really, all these songs really just about being blissed out and just, you know, just having fun, like, you know, no matter what happens, just have fun, you know?
That's right.
And be lit, for real. Everybody get lit. Yeah! Let's go!
Well, you also have another passion, right? Not just music. I heard you're pretty good with the kickboxing.
Yes, I love kickboxing. Yeah! Kickboxing, yeah.
So how did that happen?
Yeah, so that actually happened a long time ago. I started doing that around 7th grade, and then I started just kept doing it. And then I found the passion for like coaching when I was around in like high school. That's when I started coaching, and it changed my life. It really did. It's the best thing ever. So
How did it change your life?
just getting healthier, feeling great about life, feeling better about myself, feeling better for the people around me, making people happier, taking care. Yup, that's right.
Now, did you have competitions when you were doing the kickboxing in high school?
Only one fight, and then I just stopped after that. Yeah.
Why is that?
I was like, "Fuck that, I'm out.
So you like the coaching?
I like coaching. It's more chill. Yeah.
What is it like teaching other people how to do the kickboxing? That must be a lot of fun.
It's really awesome. It's fun all the time, honestly. Just, you know, just seeing everybody like having fun when they come in. They're all smiling. Like you can see them having a bad day, you know, and then they come in like, yeah, ready to kickbox. Yeah.
So is it true that you can like burn off some frustration with the? Yeah. In other words, you're aggravated and you come in and you start kicking and everything.
Just hit them with a little kick.
All right, so how high can you get that leg up?
Oh, it'll be like,
Hey, Artie, can you lift your leg that high? No. No, we're going to leave that to the youngins. All right, so you wrote another song. Tell me about your writing. Like, when do you prefer to write? Do you write like in solitude, or do things come into your mind? Do you write things when you're hurting, or you're happy, or you're sad?
I mostly write songs when I'm really like just going through a lot, and I try to put it into the track and just make it all my own thing. Just the licks and everything, all the suffering. I just try to put it into that, and that's all I do. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so this song right here, the one that you're going to do next, what's the name of this one?
It's called "Been a Long Time." It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
So I know it's about something that's been a long time, but what is it about? What's it about that was a long time?
Could be a long time about anything, just long time, you know, never get to jam my guitar, you know, or just feel good, you know. Sometimes it's been a long time since we feel good, and we're about to feel good right now, so it don't matter. Yeah.
So it could be anything that's been a long time.
It could be anything that, you know, that's been a long time, so yeah.
All right, you can make that fit anything. Anything that's been a long been a long time for Artie.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
All right, well, let me bring this microphone over here. We got the music balanced, I think, now. And once again, we're going to say hello to Mr. Jeremiah Cromwell. Here he is. Here we go.
by. Down by the river, they all are alone and one with nature. Tears down my face, well, find out that we're all the same. Been a long time.
Yeah.
Your lovely face, nothing's ever been the same. I don't feel pain, still pissed out in the pain. Yeah, fix of me, of the song, fix the mix. God fix the mix, yeah. It's been a long time, tired of good mix. Long time. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Come on up here. I don't know. I'm a little older than you, but I had these visions of Jimi Hendrix. You know what I mean? You ever you know, that song is catchy, isn't it? Isn't that catchy, Artie? It certainly is. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yeah, we've had this is the coolest looking guy we ever had on. All right, wait, Jeremiah, come on up here. Hang on a second. Y'all like the coolest guy we've ever had up here, and I'm like the uncoolest guy that's ever been up here. So now wait a minute, come on over here. I just want to do a little quick duet. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's been a long time, 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 been a long time. Oh, been too long, been a long time, longer than Artie, been a long time. Casey can't remember, been a long time.
It's been too long, been a long time, yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, what a great sport. This guy's a really, really good guy. We thank you for coming on the show. Jeremiah Cromwell. All right, PSL Band, and then back with more of the Paul Santos Live Show. We'll be right back. Here's the PSL Band. Been a long time. All right, PSL Band, it's all you, baby. Yeah. Been a long Oh, man, we're having some laughs tonight. We got to get you back here and do a song for us. That'd be a lot of fun. And a shout out also to Anne-Marie King. She's going to be on the show pretty soon. And Lauren Sims is still looking in here tonight. Hey, that song was so catchy. It was just so much fun to keep singing it along. And what a great sport that our guest is tonight, Jeremiah Cromwell. Just keep up that work. That's a great catchy tune you got there. You got us all. I'm going to be singing this the rest of the night, right? It's one of those catchy tunes that like gets in your head. And Artie's going to go home and think, yeah, it has been a long time, actually.
He's going to go home and yank it.
All right, well, this gentleman right here is also a comedian. He's been on our show, but he's not here to do his set. He's here to talk about what is on deck for him. He's got some great shows coming up right here in the New Bedford area. Would you please welcome Alex Mann? How you doing?
Paul, it's been a long time since I've seen you.
How are you? Actually, it hasn't been that long.
Oh, well, the beard has grown.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, welcome back to the Paul Santos live show. I know you're not here to do your set. It's mostly to promote some shows you have going on. So what do you have? You got a lot of stuff going on, huh?
Yeah, so we've got shows coming back to Gallery X, where I used to have the Church of Improv. So we're going to be doing a monthly stand-up show there. So the next one coming up, you're going to see Mike Lupino, you're going to see Katie Farrell, you're going to see Joanna Raposa in one of her multiple personalities.
Oh, Joanna Raposa, how about that?
She promised she won't take the pills before the show, so we'll get the full effect.
Yeah.
Then I have Stephanie White and Sam Pelletier is making a return to the New Bedford.
Oh, he's hilarious. That'll be a lot of fun. Hey, comedy right here in New Bedford, you can't beat it. You don't have to go out of town. You can just come right to downtown New Bedford. Now, you have been traveling all over the place, right? I mean, you everywhere in the United States, right?
So yeah, since I was here last, I've been in Nashville, New Orleans, San Diego, New York.
Wow.
Up and down the New England coast again. Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
that's
having
pretty...
a good run. It's all because of the clean set I did here for you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Everything after that.
Now they all expect me to not be Boston when I go places.
Why, you do like a dirty set too?
I'm from Boston. The F word is like punctuation for us. So.
Yeah, well, when Casey comes on, I have to do a lot of editing, so, you know, he doesn't use those words, but a lot of the other stuff is just like, oh, God, what are we doing, you know?
Well, you know, that's Casey being
Casey being Casey. So what's going on in your life these days?
I've had a lot going on. Between putting together these shows, I've got another venue out in Norwood called the Irish Brewing Boston, because God forbid anyone says where they're really from. Everything's got to be from Boston. I've done a couple of other shows for some other bookers. But I've also been teaching stand-up for people who are in recovery and halfway houses to help them kind of reconnect with their humorous side. And the effort is to kind of help them have another tool in the box so that they have a way to express and talk about their journey.
Nice, that's fantastic. Helping out, let's hear it. Helping out people that have substance abuse issues. Well, you say you teach comedy to people who are in recovery. Do you teach comedy to people who, I don't know, might have like their own TV show or something like that?
You know what? I would, but present company aside, maybe the band. I mean, we could work with the band a little. We'll have to talk to the parole officer, but yep.
Well, speaking of parole officer, you have a very interesting day job, right?
I do. I work for a sheriff's department for the last 28 years.
So you work in a prison?
I work in a house of correction.
Oh, house of correction, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh. Have you ever seen Crazy Casey before?
Actually, I did, but it was on a milk container, so we should probably call that number.
No, but that's interesting, working, you know, in a jail, right? And then going out and doing comedy. Those are two totally different things, you know?
They are, but the interesting thing for me is that I can blend a little bit of the humor. It diffuses some of the problems. And actually, one of the great things about that is for the last almost 11 years between doing stand-up and improv, being able to blend those worlds. So now I also have a workshop for people who are in law enforcement on how to de-escalate situations by watching, you know, the situational awareness, body language, how to communicate better to the people you're interacting with. I mean, why argue with someone who says they see a dragon? You're not going to win that argument.
Yeah, right, exactly. So in other words, you teach police officers, like when they're making an arrest, to crack a couple of jokes, you know, to take the tension off?
Yeah, it's specifically during the pat-down search.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do, you know.
Well, if it's a distractionary technique where they get compliant, but honestly, it really
Yeah,
comes
right,
down
right,
to
right.
helping people who are in a crisis. Most of the time when we're interacting with someone, when law enforcement's dealing with somebody who's being arrested, worst day of their life. Or people who are in a correctional facility, mental health issues, or they could be potentially on the spectrum, it's not diagnosed, or a drug withdrawal. And knowing how to interact with them better, you're not trying to be funny, but you're trying to learn how to interact, see, and then give them a message that they can handle better than shock and awe.
Nice way to do it. Nice way to do it. Now, you got a couple of shows coming up at Gallery X. Well, one's in May and one's in June. Is that right?
Yes. So the May one is going to be the 30th. And then the next one will be June, I want to say like the 19th. It's the third Friday of that month.
All right, Nardi, listen to this. The one that's on June 19th, they have a special host that night.
Yes. Can we say it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Will. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Santos
Oh!
is going to be our special guest. So if all 75 of you could buy a ticket for the discounted show, that would be great.
Hey, can I bring Ronnie to do the bing bang? You know?
Oh, you can bring whoever you
just,
want. Yeah.
Just to make the drum roll.
Is he going to bring a real drum?
Yeah, right. You know, hey, how you doing? Boom, boom. You know,
Exactly, I'm fine.
get all the help we can get. No, that'll be a lot of fun.
I didn't know you were a prop comedian. That's interesting.
Gotta lean on something, you know.
Yeah, true.
What's he doing? He's grabbing the microphone. He's gonna make a wisecrack.
How much? What's it paying?
How much? All right, we'll figure that out.
We'll be able to replace the batteries in that microphone that you just tried to turn on.
I think I'll stay home.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Two
Remember
words.
We'll help you get a new hat.
Oh, all right.
Well, anyway, it's a lot of fun that you're doing that, running your own shows and bringing comedy to New Bedford. That's really a great thing. And you have to take a little drive down. You're up in the South Shore area, right?
I am. I'm from just south of Boston, but New Bedford has always been like a second home for me. I went to UMass Dartmouth. I lived in New Bedford for a while. In fact, I know it to call it New Beige.
New Beige. That's why I say for New Beige.
Like in the city of Quincy, it's actually Quincy. So, but here I know it's New Beige, Fall Reeve. Yeah, I was here long enough to know.
Feels like you're one of us.
You know what? I've eaten enough Charisse
All right.
to know. I know what a stuffy is.
That's a big admission, he says. All right.
I'm not too worried about whatever case he's saying. I've seen the testimony.
Have you ever tried?
He's the only person who rejected at the Karen Reed trial.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
You ever tried linguiça?
Oh, I have. Yeah.
All right, just checking. Which one do you like better?
I am not getting mugged on the way out of here. That's like having a favorite child. No,
Yeah, right.
I do have one, but I'm not saying it on live
Good
TV.
answer. Good answer. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Mann, thank you for coming down here tonight. All right, PSL Band, real quick one, and then we'll bring in the closer on the Paul Santos live show. There's our favorite keyboard player, Ronnie C. There he is.
Dangerous.
gentlemen, Crazy Casey! Come on, let's see some moves. There he is. Oh! 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 Come on, let's see his work. Come on. Oh! Here's the microphone. Oh, right there. Right
Casey.
there. Hey,
I love this place.
hey, what was that move that you were doing with your legs? It looked like you got electrocuted, for Christ's sake.
It's called involuntary reactions to my nervous system. I forgot to take my medication. I was too busy taking a Prozac so I could deal with you. Hey, JJ, I got to tell you something. Well, you mentioned that thing that your wife made a comment about. A lot of people had said she had a great body coming out of the shower. I ran into an old girlfriend last week. We had a serious relationship for a few years. Oh, as serious as I could make it. When she took off her clothes, I used to smile, and not out of any kind of romantic thing, you know. But then again, I was lucky to get anywhere I could at that time. But anyway, we were talking and reminiscing at the coffee shop, and I said to her, I always remember you always used to tell me that I was the one. She said, yes, all the rest were tens.
I didn't know that.
Has it been a long time?
It's been a long time. Jeremiah, can you help me? I don't know. It's been a long time for so many things, I don't even remember what they are. I take a pill for that, too.
Hey, you didn't hear his new song. It's been a long, long, long time.
Hey, look at I thought I gotta add a little line to it. We say it's a long, long time. It's a long, long time. Do a special version for married people. It's a long, long time. It's a long, long time, and I've been on a long, long line for a very long time. Oh, you like that, huh?
Yeah, actually, that could be a hit.
You know, if you paid me more, I'd get funnier.
Oh! Hey, actually, you could collaborate with Jeremiah and come up with some, some provocative lyrics.
Well, one thing we have in common. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. He never understood a single word I said, but I surely shed his wine. They're singing, yeah. All right, I'm sorry. That's the medication kicking in.
You were just getting on a roll there.
Last time I was on a roll, it was I fell on my ass in a muffin in a restaurant. That's about.
You were on a roll.
That was on a roll.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got you.
But anyway, I had a Belichick story this past week.
Oh, Bill Belichick. Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
No, it happened to me. I decided I was invited to a very, very high-end, richy thing at a country club down the Cape, and I decided.
High end, huh?
Well, she had a high end, but that's why I brought her.
Hey, Roddy, we need some help here.
Yeah.
How high was the end?
I remember Adi's ex-girlfriend, rear end.
Oh.
Yeah. She was always trying to back up and get away from him. She had a beeper on her butt.
There was a rear end collision.
Well, anyway.
Hey, look, that's why never put on an accident report you've been rear-ended. Next thing you know, you'll have the police investigating you.
All right, what's the rest of the story?
Basically, I went there and I brought this girl that I'm very close with. Of course, she's very young and she's a former cheerleader too, at Mann Junior High School. But nonetheless, I took her there, and everybody says to me, "Oh, what a beautiful girl! How come she's? How do you know her, Jim?" Blah 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 blah. I said, "Listen, I've known her for a long time. She's a very special lady." He said, "Come on, how old is she?" I said, "She's 40." He said, "How old are you?" I said, 88. That was a lie. Because he said to me, "Well, how come she fell for you? What did you do? Tell her you were 50? I said, "No, I told her I was 85 and I was on a deathbed." She loves me. It's the closest thing I'm ever going to get to love again.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Good night.
Crazy Casey!
Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
All right, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our guests. How about that terrific singer-guitarist writing his own material. Fantastic. Jeremiah Cromwell! How about the hilarious comic J.J. Jones? And another terrific comic with some great shows coming up down here in New Bedford. And that's fantastic down there at Gallery X, Mr. Alex Mann. Thanks to our comedy director, Joanna Raposa, and Ronnie, Artie, Melissa, the PSL Band. All right, we're going to be off next week for the Memorial Day holiday, but then we'll be back in 2 weeks with some fantastic guests. Anne-Marie King is going to be here. Our great comedian, Stacy Shipman. Maureen McCarthy is going to be here. And Felix the Funky Cat is going to stop by to give away some tickets to his big show coming up. By the way, if you're watching this on ABC6, we're on every other Sunday morning at 10:30. So, for example, if you're watching this right now, we're not on next week. We're on in 2 weeks, 10:30 on ABC6. I'm Paul Santos for the Paul Santos Live Show. Hey, thanks to our live studio audience. Don't forget to laugh, and have a great night, everybody.
But the baby's crying. The rich are gonna hide her. But the parents lying.